Hey, what's up? My name is Kyle Kelly. I am 24 years old, and this is my first video that I'm making. I'm very excited about it. I suppose I'm making it because I like to think a lot. I have a lot of things on my mind, and it's becoming more and more prevalent for people to make videos, and I want to make one, I suppose. So this is me. This is my backyard. First thing I want to talk about is something I've been thinking about all summer is the bullshit of the just concept or word, wherein like people say like, oh, it's just this or it's just that, or like I just want this, or I just want someone to love me, or I just want a nice car or something. And I think that that's such a bullshit concept and a bullshit word because it trivializes everything. And why would you want to make your life trivial? You know, like I've really been striving to cut it completely out of my vocabulary and make things full truths. Like because for instance, okay, I want to be an actor, so I don't just want to be famous. I don't just want to be a good actor. I want all these things. You know, I want to be a famous actor. I want to be very talented. I want to be very skilled. I want to be very knowledgeable. I want to be very fun to work with. I want to learn how to change my voice, you know, and I also want to be a director, and I want to be a model. I don't just want any of these things. I want all of these things. I want to be in very good shape. I want to be a very good person. I want to be a very good brother, a very good son, a very good father one day, maybe. Who knows? But you know, it's such a bullshit concept that people put themselves in, and I think it comes from people, I guess, being scared to admit their full truth in their heart, and I don't want to live that way. It's tea, by the way. It's very good for you. Another thing I want to talk about is being proactively happy. I think this is a very cool concept as well, because being sad sucks. if you think about it, I hate being sad. I've been sad many times, whether it's being like heartbroken or first world problems, or like I'm hungry so I get cranky sort of things, you know. And I hate that feeling. I hate feeling sad. I hate waking up and thinking about someone that wronged me in my own terms or whatever. And I've become more and more sick of it, to where I simply chose to be happy. I said, I want to be happy. And I set a very lofty goal in that, saying like, I want to be the happiest person in the world. Not the happiest Kyle Kelly, not the happiest me that I can be, the happiest fucking person in the world, because it's such a high goal. And will it happen? I don't know. Probably not, because there's some really happy people out there. But it's a very high goal that I want to shoot for, and shoot really high so that wherever I land, hopefully it's high on the spectrum of happiness. And once I said I want to be happy, you know, things started to flow in line. And I've been doing this more and more with everything. And one technique that I've used is it's an acting technique, essentially, where like if you have a bad actor's habit, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to do that, because then that's the first thing you do when you're in that role. So a way to get rid of that is to put something positive in its place. Like, I'm not going to hold my hands out right here. Maybe my character would do something more like this, or like this, or you know, something positive in its place, which steers you in another direction. So if you're over here thinking about this negative thing, okay, and it's clouding your mind, rather than saying, I'm not going to think about it, I'm going to shut it out. If you say, I'm going to think about this, this makes me happy. Like, for instance, if I'm having a bit off day, you know, my mind's a little cloudy or sad or whatever, I'll say, you know what, it's really nice out. I want to focus on how nice it is. Or, I had a really good workout this morning, so I'm going to focus on how happy that makes me. Or, you know, I've really been having good time with this friend or this girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you know. And that's really amazing that I'm able to have that in my life. And it like, when I was 16, I probably would have kicked my own ass for saying that, but I think it's so simple, it really is. And it blows my mind that I'm only 24 and I've thought of that. And obviously I'm not the first one, because there's happy people in the spectrum of things. But so yeah, I mean, why would anyone want to be sad? I guess I kind of lost my train of thought there because I was floating off into happiness. Um, Another thing about like happiness is like along that lines, like if you can like once a day, once a week, once in a frequent time span, amaze yourself by how happy you can be at something simple, it'll blow your mind. Like just then, I lost my train of thought thinking about like it's a nice night here, so it made me happy, I guess. But yeah, so I urge you to be happy. I'm kind of floating. I just ate a good meal, so sorry, I used the word just. I recently ate a good meal, and it's kind of made me float off into space, I guess, and the cheese is really good as well. There's nothing in it, don't worry. Um, Another thing that I would like to talk about, I guess, first video, got a lot to talk about, is experiment with your life. Like, I recently turned 24 this summer. I graduated from college. I have stuff set up for the future. And this whole summer has been a lot of self-experimentation, if you will. Figuring out what foods make me the happiest or the clearest. When to work out in the day, who to work out with, who to read, what quotes to look at, what quotes to save in your phone. People to hang around with, and I think a lot of it's come from being goal oriented for me, and I get very crazy in my own mind about goals that I have, and like I have no problem like going 100% for things. That's kind of how I am, and crash and burn sort of thing on that as well. But I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought. But being goal oriented in the sense, crash and burn on that as well. But I think that setting goals is the key, at least for me, and hopefully if for me, someone else. But I have a belief that if something isn't getting you to your goal, to what you want to be in life, whatever it is, and I don't care what it is, because I know what it is for me, but I hope it's something substantial for you. But whatever it is, if the things in your life aren't getting you there, cut them out. And be ruthless about it, quite frankly. Computer's shaking. Getting a little riled up, sorry. But if something isn't directly adding positivity or pushing you further to your goal, cut it out. Even if it's keeping you sustained, cut it out. Because if it's sustained or negative, it's not positive. So it's really like, if you want to put it in movie context, I guess, if you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby, shout out. But honestly, if you think about it, why would you want to keep hanging where you are? Keep moving forward. Keep moving up. Everything that you do should be for what you want in life, and that's what I do. I probably go overboard with it, obviously, but fuck it. I would rather go way overboard than die in moderation or something, and I'll put it in context of my life of like I've made a goal for myself until November 1st. I will eat perfectly. I won't drink, and I won't smoke. I don't really do those either, but it's mainly the eating part. Having everything perfectly timed out, perfectly portioned, and I don't really count protein, carbs, and fats that much. I know how to keep it in range for like how I'm feeling and how good my workout was and what I have to do in the day. So I'm pretty good at keeping in that context. So that's what I want to do, and then setting up my workouts and stuff. And I want to be insane about it, to the point where like if people are like, hey, you want to go out and get a slice of pizza? No, I don't. I'll go sit with you and we can talk and we can chat and stuff, but I will not eat a piece of pizza. And I get that this is a bit absurd, you know, but that's kind of the point. I have this thing in my life that I've been doing for a couple years where, like, I need to see what I can do, what I'm made of, how far I can go, and so far it's worked out. You know, there may be points where it doesn't, but it has certainly worked out so far. Let me look at my conversations. I was actually just talking to someone today about this, about being afraid, and whether you're caught up in masculinity or whatever society's selling you that week. Don't buy into that, like, oh, don't be afraid or whatever, you know, like, stop being scared. Be scared. You know, I'm scared pretty much every day of things. My mind will wander into something I'm scared of, or scared of putting myself out there like this. I suppose it's actually pretty cool for me, and exciting. But be scared. Be scared about everything. That doesn't matter. If you're scared, I think that means you're moving forward. But the important thing is to keep rolling. Be scared, but keep going, and get used to being scared, and keep fighting for your goals, because if you don't, no one will. And I like winning. I want to win at my goals. I want to do very well in life. I want to have awesome friends and all these things, you know, that I was talking about just now. Sorry, recently. I keep using the word just, and I have to apologize because I'm trying to beat it into myself. So yeah, I suppose this is the end of my video. I wrote this on my phone because I thought it'd be more funny than to add a link. This is my Instagram right there. So follow me. I'm going to be developing more content. Hopefully that's what I want to do. It's another medium of my life that I find very interesting. And a quick shout out to the people that I suppose influenced me to do this. First and foremost, it's been about 1.5 years now. Nathan McCallum, is Nathan on Instagram. Awesome dude. I've never met him. I've been following him for about 1.5 years. I've done all of his workout regimens and whatnot. Cool dude. Honestly, if you click on his link, it says "Aspire to Inspire" on his bio, and I think that's impeccable. So yeah, that was the first person that got the ball rolling. People like Justin Lovato, he's a bodybuilder out in Venice, but he's much more than that, actually. I shouldn't trivialize by saying he's a bodybuilder. His friend Sean Yoon McDevitt, they have a podcast, My Two Cents podcast. I feel like I'm plugging right now, but the people that really excite me, so hopefully they excite you too if you give them a look. My friends too, I have really cool friends as of late that we've been lifting together, eating good meals together, and talking about this basically. So I wanted to put it down, that way I can go back to it in times in my life. Like, wow, we were onto something. Maybe I can branch out with this new knowledge that I've gained. My family's pretty chill. I like my family a lot. My grandma and I kind of butt heads when we talk about ideals, but I love the woman to death. And a lot of cool actors. I mean, there's way too many to name, but like Jake Gyllenhaal, Leo DiCaprio, obviously, like De Niro, all these people. The Rock. I think that they're all really cool, really inspiring people, and that's what I'm aiming for. So obviously, I would look to that. But I guess I'm rambling. So I look back, click, and pause. That was my @ on Instagram. I'll also put the link to this on my Instagram, and I'll be making more videos. Hopefully, you guys like this one enough to check it back out. But have a great night.